How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Mojo Group. Mike here. Today I've got another special twin for you. You know, we've been covering piston twins lately. Stay tuned, we're gonna check out the Cessna 421C. Some 3 years ago, if you recall, if you stayed with me on Mojo Grip, we actually covered a variation of this bird. If you know the history of Cessnas, they're probably one of the main staple names in the US manufacturing side when it comes to GA airplanes. And over the years, Cessna have built so many different models to cater to different pilots and different industries. This plane, as you're looking at it, what stands out, you can see that it's not the sheer size of it. This is a much bigger airplane, and you have some commercial usage for this plane. Actually, there's some charter companies who use these things. That's because it can carry quite a bit of load, right? And a friend of mine who's just passing by he's like, hey, can I stop by your field today? And I'm like, hey, bring it on. But also, this plane in particular is looking for a new home, right? But this is, and I'll talk to you more about it later. First, let me show you the beauty of this thing. Guys, I'm just a single engine pilot, but every time I see a majestic twin like this, I'm drooling. Because this to me is a dying breed. The 421 model, this is the C variation, 1981. You can see, as I said, it is a piston. So you've got Lycoming engines on each side. What this plane is well known for is, again, you can carry quite a bit of load. And I'll share some of the performance numbers with you later. But see, I had this open up just to show you the practicality of this thing. You've got storage here, and you can open this from either side. It is a retractable landing gear. So this is no boy toy, right? This is not for the beginner pilot. Obviously, you definitely need your multi-engine and probably your instrument rating in this bird, because guess what? This is a plane you can fly in weather. If this doesn't show you that, right? But also the cabin is pressurized, which I think is what sets the 421 apart, is that it is a true private and commercial airplane, because you can go up to altitude and you don't need oxygen. So to get in, I've had the door open here, just step up and voila. Guess what? This airplane doesn't need to have seats. You have even medical companies who use this to fly like an air ambulance. Also, you can use it to fly organs and things like that all around the country. This is probably one of the most spacious cabins you see, period. Again, this plane is an 81 model. The fact that Cessna thought about this that long ago. Right now, you do have planes in similar category, maybe even better performance, but they don't make cabins like this anymore. Man, I can't even see my feet. That's how much leg room I've got in here. This is a nice little desk area here. You can pull these out just like you will in a light jet or a mid-sized jet. You have that in here. And then of course, easy entry for pilot and a co-pilot. And you can see they've done some nice upgrades in this plane as well. You do have your standard yokes, okay, on each side. It is a multi-engine, so you've got two of each for your controls there. You've got the Garmin GNS 530 actually, so you've got two of those. You've got an autopilot also on this plane. So your primary avionics is your analog, but you do have those for proper instrument flying. And of course, this is a one pilot plane. It's a single pilot airplane. You don't need two pilots to fly it. And there you've got some of your electronics and circuit breakers. I can tell you, being in so many different aircraft, this again is one of the most spacious, because I can easily fit and go through here. Guys, one thing you will consider, and I want you to try this, when you get up there and you're looking to buy a much more expensive airplane, say a Meridian or a TBM, those planes can be tight. They can be tight to get in and out, particularly for pilots who are on the wider side. But with this plane, it's not only wider in this cabin, but the space to get in and out of the cockpit is also quite nice. You don't see this too often. It's a nice all-around visibility in here. As I said, you have pressurized cabin. and you've got vents all over. Now, being that this is over 40 years old, sometimes you don't have the AC working or things working, but guess what? In this plane, everything works like a charm. And as I said, you can fit a lot of people in here and or load. 7 passengers, pilots up there. You can carry them all, So guys, in the 421, you're cruising roughly 200 knots. Okay, this is a 200 knot airplane. Up in altitude, you can climb up to 25,000 feet. That's what set this bird apart. And again, you don't need oxygen up there because you do have a pressurized cabin. And at 200 knots, 225 knots, you're gonna be burning roughly 25 gallons of fuel per hour. If you pull the power back, get to eco settings, you probably save 4 to 5 gallons an hour. And here's the thing, this plane can actually be dry lease. You guys remember I have this platform called AirMojo. This is a solution that we've created through AirMojo, where a plane like this that will cost anyone between $500,000, $600,000 now can be owned and or shared by multiple people. Because guess what? Your operating costs on this thing is gonna be heavy if it's just a one owner airplane. Now you have 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, or you dry lease it, and this plane is already under full management. And so it's a turnkey solution for anyone who's looking to get to one location to another, fly nicely at 200 knots, and you don't even have to be a pilot. So if you want an opportunity to own your own airplane or buy into one or dry lease one, this is a perfect candidate. And you can bring the whole team, friends and family along, because you can see how many seats you got in there. It will carry them all, and it will take you about 700 nautical miles, give or take, which to me is more than plenty. This is a state-to-state airplane, okay? So if you want more information on this bird, check out the contact information on the screen or just check the description. Any questions you have, leave in the comments below. Again, my name is Mike. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Man, this thing is beautiful. It truly is. You see me just keep going around it. Hey, if this is your first time, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on. Also, consider becoming a premium member. Thank you all so much for your support all through the years, man. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you on the next video.